I never ate pork so much that it almost doesn't feel like a meat. It feels like another genre of food that's not meat.
It's like human meat.
Well... Welcome back to another great episode of Careful Boys. Today we have Mr. Jake Tran with us.
Woohoo! Tran!
We got a homie that asked us a little question. If you would like to ask a question and have it addressed here on Off the Record, all you got to do is join the Patreon, which gives you access to the Discord. And you can ask us whatever you like. This is from Mr. Hakam.
How come?
That's cute.
Yeah.
All right. He'd like to know what's something you regret buying.
Oh.
I don't live life with regrets.
Oh my fucking!
Of course. There was I knew there'd be a twist.
Remember the Coney t-shirts?
Oh shit.
Coney 2020. Wait, what was it? Coney
2012.
Is that
How many did you buy?
just what? What the fuck?
I don't know. Maybe you were really into the movement.
Bro,
You remember this
one
movement?
Of the biggest scams ever.
Oh, dude,
Like
they had so much Coney merch, man. That was crazy.
You know, just jumped on it, tried to be a fucking man of the people,
Trying to help and shit.
and then next thing you know, Ryan's pulling that t-shirt up, that photo up to make fun of me like 10 years later.
I think it's gone now.
Good.
But yeah, that was a great. I didn't. It wasn't on Google. It was on your Facebook. I had to turn back 50 pages for that one. But yeah, you did buy that shirt. That's really funny. Oh, that's a good one, man. I regret it too. And we all force ourselves to forget because it's embarrassing.
Yeah, a little bit.
I
Luckily,
didn't
we
do
brought
it.
it up here.
You didn't buy one of those?
Nope.
You don't have regrets. You did a good job.
That's a big one.
I think
for most people.
our joint regret is the set in downtown LA that we bought.
Speak for yourself. Because it provided happiness for the moment.
Were you aware of that
But
period?
it wasn't
of Just
instant
Kidding
regret, but you're right.
News when they had expanded into this.
Have you been to the studio in downtown?
We didn't know him back then.
Maybe I vaguely remember.
We
Maybe I
spent
saw your
we
junk.
spent $500,000 building that motherfucker.
Oh wow.
Yep.
See, that's a big regret, right?
Here, take a look at that. That's what this became.
I do not remember.
We could have bought fucking hella real estate when it was cheap as fuck too. It was probably like back, what was it, 2015, 2016?
I know, but you know what?
What?
We just didn't know what we didn't know, man.
Don't know.
Yeah, that's the same thing. If like,
Technically,
if I would've
though-
just bought Bitcoin instead of the fucking complex.
Technically, though, that building paid for itself because we made money off of it. And if you think about it, it's not a loss. But I do regret it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a loss to be regretted. That's fair.
Well, I was gonna say the same thing because we both probably regret the same thing. But I don't really live life with regrets. But if I look back now, and even the things that I have here, I go, did I have to spend that much? So I like what I got. I got a lot of shit. But like that case there,
Yeah.
I got it custom made,
Uh-huh.
$8,000.
Oh, whoa.
By a craftsman who's retired now. Wonderful, right? I have a tea room, same
Oh, yeah, I remember
handmade.
that. Yeah.
Handmade, dude.
Handmade. It's sitting in a storage locker somewhere.
You won't find any nails in it. It's like a no nail carpentry.
Yeah, handmade. And the guy's retired now, but he made stuff that was $25,000.
That's not not regrettable.
But no, I do regret it because I'm just like,
Oh.
yeah.
Hard to follow.
And there's a residual payment because he's got to pay for storage, but
Yeah.
he doesn't know what he's gonna do with it.
Okay.
And I'm like, at the time, okay, it was cool. And I had a lot of love for it, and I was like, that's so cool.
It
But
was
then
very cool.
Afterwards, I'm like, I need that money.
Yeah. Well, at least now it's cool again.
Yeah, that's cool.
We repurposed.
It's got something inside of it that's priceless. So good job.
You're right, but yeah, there's a lot of things like that, you know, like where I'm just like, dude, that was fun.
Yeah.
But I need that money back now.
It was nice to have seen what you guys were capable of doing with that much money, though. It was pretty impressive.
Thank you.
That whole studio was almost probably could have triggered other creators to have shot way higher than they were originally meant to.
Because of us.
Yeah.
But the person that wins at the end is the Persian landlord.
He didn't let us stop paying rent during COVID, by the way.
Yeah, same with his Filipino one.
No way.
Look at the PTSD in Anthony's eyes.
He was like, unless you're directly affected and you have a doctor's note, you gotta keep paying every single fuck. And I think our rent was like 17 G's a month.
Wow.
Pretty cool, huh? Man. I was like, I need to be a landlord, I think. That's a good...
Ours was 27.
Well, now you can do the same thing to someone else. What about you, Nick? Do you have any regrets?
I'll say this: I really don't spend my money on I really don't spend my money on stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't you got like 40 G's?
but you also
Yeah, but that's stuff I use.
You know what the catch is with you, though? You may not buy a lot of things. You may not spend money on expensive things. But your threshold for regretting purchases is very low, where you won't even be happy you got the wrong acai bowl.
Kinda, actually. That's true, actually. Now that you bring it up that way.
Yeah.
Now that you bring it up, my life is full of regrets.
You're very quick to be like, this sucks.
It's mostly like restaurants where I'm like, we shouldn't have spent money on that. But like I'm like a goldfish memory. I'm like, yeah, all right, that's it.
Oh, okay. That's
So you forgive and forget?
Yeah, because it's like, like you said, like you didn't know what you didn't know. But yeah, I'm really trying to like rack through my brain of like, what? I'll say this: I wish I didn't sell my Miata when I did.
Really? You sold your Miata?
Yeah, I sold it.
That's a classic.
But I wish I sold it later because if I sold it like 6 months after,
Got popular?
dude. Because that's when I think it was during COVID. It was 2021, and everybody was trying to buy a used car. And like, if I waited like 6 more months, I probably could have got like $2-3 more $1,000 from that.
just look like that.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, that's me, dude. Without the roll bar.
It's pretty cool. It's a cool car.
They're one of the funnest cars to drive.
Hey, look up gay, and then
And then pull up a picture of me in my collar. Oh, come on, man. I'm really trying to think. There's not much. Yeah, I can't really think of anything right now. I'll think of something.
Yeah, call Tiff. We'll figure it out.
I got a really random funny one because this is just stuff that you were buying, right?
Yeah, buying. Purchases only.
Obviously, I don't regret it, but definitely like I didn't need to.
Silly purchases.
Yeah, I remember being like, dude, I think the saxophone is so cool. I'm gonna try learning the saxophone.
I remember.
What?
Saxophone is
When was
cool,
this?
This was in 2000, maybe like 14 or something like that.
Oh, that's the height of the sax coolness.
Hell yeah, baby.
And I was living with Rob, my roommate, who's a chef and a musician at the time. So I was like, bro, like, teach me some saxophone. He's like, I gotta teach you some saxophone. I bought a saxophone off of Amazon because, like, who the fuck am I, right? I don't need an expensive sax. So I just looked for one on Amazon. I found one, it's $300.
Oh, that's a good price.
I got it. I maybe had like 1.5 lessons, but it was also like I was part of a small apartment, and like when you suck at sax,
Oh, it's unbearable. Yeah.
oh my goodness. So I also had this embarrassment to like keep on practicing and trying it like weird hours of
And there's only a certain volume.
yeah.
Blow this amount of air in.
And you can't play softly in the beginning.
Yeah.
And even the way you blow in, it's like has to be a very certain technique, right?
So I ended up fucking never using it, and I think I actually randomly still have it somewhere.
You still have it?
Probably.
Dude, let's start taking lessons.
You got an Amazon Basic saxophone?
Yeah.
It's not regrettable yet because you still have it. I thought you like sold it at a loss or threw it in the trash. That's still, you can still do something with it.
Like what?
Do you have any things that you regret purchasing?
I've always been more of a minimalist, so I don't have many possessions.
Yeah, I remember that.
But one thing I do regret a little bit, at least, is I bought like some tables before at clubs. And,
Bottle service
Yeah.
is a boo. Yeah.
How much was that?
let's see. One of them was like 7K. One of them was like a little cheaper, like 2K or something. And I think I needed to get that out of my system.
Yeah, just to ball out.
Yeah.
Ball out.
But I would never do that again.
Oh, then that's not too much of a regret because you already know you had to get it out of your system.
Yeah.
Versus like sitting there looking at this fucking saxophone in your closet and being like, what a failed moment.
You know something that I thought would be like, oh, that was a purchase that I would regret, is Rolex watches. But I actually felt like it made me think, oh, some luxury goods are actually better to get.
Yeah, they're heirlooms.
So I had, yeah.
And they could probably appreciate in value.
Which did, I basically made money off of one.
Oh, you already sold it.
I sold one of them. Yeah, I was like wearing it and I was like, ooh, party. And then I was like, you know what? I never wear this one. I wear this other one way more. So it's been sitting here for 6 months. So let me sell it. And then I sold it to my jeweler buddy and I got like a couple $100 more. So I was like, I got a free watch and some couple $100. It's not even limited edition. So I was like, dude, no wonder. This is cool.
I low-key want a Rollie just because, I mean, that's just a whole game in and of itself too, and you can make money off it or pass it down.
Yeah.
And I felt like I got a free lunch.
Ooh, I got one that I regret. This is recent too. I bought a pair of AirPods.
What's regrettable about
Not these ones.
They're too small.
No, dude.
I like these
the ones with the
actually.
buds,
Yeah, I
the
don't
little
like
extra
those ones.
buds, the pros.
No, I don't like those.
They don't fit that good.
They, bro, in my
Wait, say
ear,
that again. What's the difference?
they have a little like gel
These
tip.
are the old generation, but
Bro.
they actually fit better.
I put in my ear, it kept falling out. I was like,
Yeah,
dude,
I don't like those
fuck
either.
these.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is
like
this? These ones fit. These are the cheaper ones for like
Yeah.
extra, like less than $100. These fit perfectly.
That one's 160.
I got it for 130 on sale. Boy.
So it's for sure that's the problem. It's not your ear.
No, it's my ear. It's my
Okay.
ear. It's for sure my ear. Cause like,
Are the other ones noise canceling? I tried the noise canceling. I didn't like it.
bro, okay, there's this feature where you do spatial recognition or something, and you have to like pan your camera around your ear. I couldn't do it with my ear. It just wouldn't like. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? I can't even get the special features. And then I had to get someone to help me with these ones. It took me a while, but yeah, these I spent what 220 bucks on the other one.
Damn.
And I was like, dude, fuck this. And I just gave it to
What's yours?
Do you know this is like a car guy conundrum, and I feel like it's a cycle. So if you're into cars, right? You get a car, you never leave it alone.
Yeah, you always keep doing shit.
Yeah, you do all kinds of fucking shit to it, and you customize the fuck out of it. So all of my cars, almost every other car is hooked the fuck up, right? Like even my truck right now, well, Jill's driving it.
Sure,
but
yeah.
There's lights, there's fucking electrical shit, it's chipped, it's tuned, there's exhaust, there's all kinds of shit that's like done to it. Once you have something done to something that's stock and factory, because they pull plastics off and whatever, it just becomes noisier than when you get it off the dealership. That's just the way it is. You have rims, there's rim problems, the alignment is always gonna be a little bit off. You just have to deal with, it's like getting plastic surgery. Like these weren't your knees that you were born with, now you got these funky ass knees, right?
Yeah.
So you deal with this bullshit, and you're like, man, fuck this fucking car. The next car I get, I'm either gonna buy the one that's from the factory that way, like a Ford Raptor, which is why people like that, or a TRD Pro fucking 4Runner, because it comes that way, or you get a stock one. So you get a stock one, and then you drive it, and you're like, this thing's boring as fuck. Fucking tired of this shit. So the next car you get, you hook it the fuck up again, and then you're like, I fucking hate this noisy ass motherfucker. Yeah. And it just keeps, like right now my truck, so every time I go, I try to find the best shop and the best parts to minimize it. But it's always gonna be a thing. So right now my truck, what sucks is I have, what is it called? Like LED or whatever fucking headlamps that are aftermarket. One keeps going out constantly. So this one goes out.
Cool feature.
So I'm driving like 6 months with only one headlight.
AI.
And I finally have the time to order the part, bring it into the shop, all that. It's a fucking nuisance.
Yeah.
Put that in. Yes, 2 headlights. And then fucking a month later, pew! I'm like, God fucking damn, what the hell? But what's crazy is all the other crazy shit works. But I can't fucking turn on my fucking daylight because I'm be blasting the whole freeway.
That thing's really bright.
And I'll be arrested.
That's funny.
So I can only, the ones that I really need aren't reliable at all.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
I'd be mad too.
All right, I'm glad you said this, so I
So
don't
now I'm like, okay,
go down this route.
The next car, it's gonna be stock. But then I know I'm gonna drive it for 3 years and go, fuck this stock thing.
So why don't you just get the Raptor or the TRD or something like that?
Because even then, they don't have enough parts yet.
What if you did like 20% less modifications? Do you think that'll help?
No, the only thing that you can do is do what he did and get 2 of the same truck.
And then the one's a daily driver that's reliable, and then the other one is hooked the
Honestly,
fuck up.
Well, my case, it's like I never have a finished dream car because I have multiple, and then it's just unfinished projects everywhere.
Yeah. Did you do that with a car you had?
I still drive this car I had from high school,
Nice.
but I'm shopping for a new one right now.
What are you looking at?
I was at the Porsche Experience Center yesterday.
Bart had a Porsche.
I remember seeing that. Yeah, years ago.
Which one you gonna get?
I don't know. I can't decide right now. So I rented. Let's see. I rented the GT3 RS,
That one's sick.
the 2016 model. So
That thing's fucking hard to drive though.
yeah,
It's a race car.
yeah, a little too impractical.
Yeah.
I rented the Lexus LC. Like their 2-door sports car. I really like that. Very dailyable. So I'm kind of leaning towards that right now.
Because you need a daily, huh?
Yeah.
Luxury sport is probably the best.
I'm also thinking about like maybe a Maybach SUV.
My neighbor had a GT3 RS, so just to put it in perspective, it's like a super fucking race car. A brand new one's like 500 grand.
Yeah.
He pulled up and he was like, "You want to drive it?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah!" I get in it. Everything's loud because it's a race car. So the brakes is like, "Gawk!"
Oh no.
You know, and then like you go over the slightest bump because it's made to be on a track. It's like, and then the fucking everything is there's no backseat, right? Just roll cage.
Yeah.
Everything is like,
You gotta be strong to drive it, huh?
yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, nah, I don't want to drive this thing.
This sounds like a lot.
Yeah, so I want to test out the Turbo S2.
Yeah, I heard that's a super dailyable car.
Oh.
What about the 2024 Mazdas, like the Miatas? They're pretty
Pretty
sick.
sick, dude.
They don't have none of those problems.
While we're in that ballpark of cool cars.
Yeah, we're talking about like sports cars, like legit, real sports cars.
Do you think there's any danger of you regretting a purchase like that?
I would probably lease one.
Oh, see, even that you do so sensibly.
Yeah, that's smart.
So I think that was what made me not modify the Porsche, because it was a lease. Or else I would have been like, yeah, what can I put on this motherfucker? But then also the whole time I was driving, I was like, this thing's fucking stuck. I fucking hate this car. Why is it so fucking
Doesn't even have a churro machine. Yeah, that's a money pit for sure.
What about you, Ryan?
Yeah, I think car things for sure are that's my pit of despair for sure.
What's the car that you regret spending money on?
All of them.
Really?
You actually regret?
Even boxy? Big boxy?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I have so many cars, but they all equate to like one family sedan value. Like I have a bunch of like shitty cars, and then
But do you do a bunch of cool shit or shit that you want to do to it?
yeah, like trial and error stuff. I just like to learn like different things on it, and then I do the same thing. I just buy like the sum of the parts is always greater than the value of the car by the end of it, always.
Always.
But then that's kind of like that's sort of the hobby. That's the point.
Yeah.
The point is that
always working
you're
on it.
embarrassed about it at the end, but you loved every minute of it. Kind of thing.
I want more cars too.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't think I'd regret it. I don't regret none of the cars. I don't regret.
You don't live with regrets. I thought that's the whole thing.
All the cars I got 2 of the same truck. Just a year apart. I got 2023, 2022.
Those trucks are so cool though.
But they're also an ocean apart.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, one's in Hawaii, but before that I had a K-van, a Japanese K-van.
Yeah.
And like,
Your Land Cruiser is very cool though.
oh yeah, I'm keeping that forever, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna do an LS swap or something and resto mod that motherfucker when it goes out.
But then
The
you also
mileage
have
is like
all
300 miles.
unfinished projects, so you might never do that, huh?
Well, it's finished enough.
Yeah, finish enough.
It's finished enough. I think the truck in Hawaii, all I need is probably some TRD wheels and we good. You know? That's it. I don't need anything else. But I think when I like something, I like it so much, I want 5 of the same thing.
Oh, you know what I bought that I regret? Because I'm an idiot. Before when I was really ramping up my music production equipment, I just started buying every fucking software that like I could have just
got
so
Pro
easily
Tools?
pirated. not like main programs, but like instrument packages that are like some of the most expensive harps, the most expensive bagpipe. Like I was like, I want the best shit if I'm gonna be working in Hollywood, you know? Yeah. So then I really bought all this stuff, and then
How much are some of those packages?
like 400 something bucks for like fucking
For like one instrument?
for like a collection of woodwinds.
Wow.
You know, like, but then I got a lot of them, and then this is when I wasn't. This is back when that's as much money as I had. So I was basically obliterating my account for this shit, thinking it's like an investment that returns. But then by the end of it, I got so good at it that I could make my shitty instruments sound just like that stuff. And I didn't know how to install most of that stuff because you had to do this thing where like there's so much piracy protection that you have to do this like iLock USB to make sure that you do all this like extra crap, and it was so time consuming, and I didn't have the right hardware to support because it was so good.
Yeah, like your computer's not fast enough.
I never ended up using any of this stuff, and they're still in the original boxes in my desk. from like way back in the day, and there are like hundreds and hundreds, easily almost $2,000 of like instruments that I can emulate so well from almost scratch now.
Wow.
So then that's me just thinking, you know, like when you get into a new hobby, you think you need all the best shit, not understanding that as you get better at the hobby, you don't need the best shit.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So
That's a bar.
I'll tell you something I do regret.
Regret nothing.
Back and forth, baby. What is it? What is it? Tell us.
Not having regrets? Is that what you regret?
I wish I had more regrets.
One of my most accomplished and best feelings is when I go to Costco and I get stuff or groceries and we finish everything.
Oh, yeah.
When I don't,
Yeah.
and that fucking bag of grapes, half of that motherfucker is rotten,
Ooh, talk to me.
I feel so shit.
That's a good one.
And the funny thing is, like, that shit's like, I wasted $3. I've wasted thousands and I don't fucking care. But when it comes to like, fuck, that's nutrients, bro. Like, that's so wasteful.
It feels like you beat the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then when you,
You're like, yes.
it's even worse when you have a whole bag that wasn't even touched and it went back. That
I hate
fucking
that
head
shit.
of lettuce.
I fucking hate that
Oh
shit.
man, dude, that's just like $2. But
Have you guys? Have you guys ever been to Phil's Barbecue in San Diego?
No, I need
Very Asian.
Phil's Barbecue.
Is it?
So good.
Yeah.
it is good.
And whenever I'm in San Diego, I try to get some and bring them back.
Yeah.
My friend, I just assumed he would want some because he loves it too. So I got like a full rack of baby back ribs, and I drove it back like almost like 2 hours.
What a
to, like-
good friend.
And I hit him up. I'm like, "Yo, it's hot. You want it or what?" And he's like, "My stomach hurts today. I didn't know you were bringing barbecue."
Fuck him.
I don't eat pork, so I had to throw it away.
No! Oh, you don't eat pork? No. What do you get? Beef ribs?
Yeah, beef ribs. Yeah.
Do you have any idea the other friends that eat pork?
Yeah, I eat pork. Me and Anthony eat pork.
Ding, ding, ding.
But you didn't know.
Yeah, why didn't you ask anybody else? You just chose one person.
By that time he got off work, it was already like 1 a.m. Like,
Freaking hawk.
it's not hot, it's Arizona.
Fucking Eris, dude.
But that made me that broke my heart a little bit to like see that, and I'm like, oh no.
So you kept your 7th-day vows, huh?
Yeah.
When are you gonna break it?
Yes, Jesus, I did.
When are you gonna break the pork
I get
one?
it though. If you didn't grow up eating pork, it's
Yeah,
pretty hard.
it's not in my palate.
It's crazy.
You can start now.
I do all that shit.
doesn't-
You need more Chinese friends, dude.
I never ate pork so much that it almost doesn't feel like a meat. It feels like another genre of food that's not meat.
It's like human meat.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
I'm in.
One more regret before we end this. I know you have one.
Nah.
Okay.